Good evening, everyone, and welcome. Day 50, the final chapter of the book of Genesis. Woohoo! We've done it, buddy. Congratulations. Well done. As we always do, let's begin by recapping the chapter. And so, Israel, Jacob has passed, and Joseph goes and he is hugging, embracing his father, weeping, and tenderly kisses him. And he instructs his physicians to embalm his dad. That takes 40 days as per Egyptian customs at that time, and there was 70 days for grieving the loss of his father. And so after 70 days has passed, Joseph requests via officials to Pharaoh, please allow me to go and bury my father in Canaan as he made me swear. And Pharaoh said, yes, go bury your father in Canaan. On the way, when they reached Atad, there was a period of 7 days and great lamentations. And the Canaanites there, as a result of that, named that place when they saw the great mourning, Abel Mizraim, which is mourning of Egypt. And so Jacob was buried at Machpelah, east of Mamre, and Joseph and everyone returned to Egypt. So it was Joseph, his brothers, their whole household, nobles from Egypt, and the only ones that remained were like the little ones and the livestock that remained behind. And so after the burial at Machpelah, everybody returned to Egypt. Now Joseph's brothers were very scared that he would repay their evil towards him, and so they sent a message saying, Israel said before he died that you must forgive your brothers. Who knows whether this was true or whether they just made that up. But Joseph wept as his brothers fell down before him. Joseph to his brothers, don't be afraid. Am I God? What you meant for evil, God meant for good. I will provide for you and support you and your little ones. Oh, that's awesome. And so Joseph saw the third generation of Ephraim's kids and the kids of Machir, Manasseh's son, born and raised on Joseph's knees, it makes mention of. And Joseph to his brothers, God will take care of you and return you to Canaan. And when that happens, carry my bones up from there. And so Joseph died aged 110. He was embalmed and his bones were placed in a coffin. And that brings to an end our look at the book of Genesis. 50 chapters. Well done.
50 chapters. What an amazing journey we've had, eh?
It has been an amazing journey. And journeying, just doing life, doing our reading and doing the lives, and that I feel that we have accomplished something great.
Yeah, there was definitely something in finishing
what you started.
Something you start, so there's a huge blessing.
There were a few days back, I was at the point where I was so angry with my wife. I was saying, you go and do it by yourself, I don't want to do it with you anymore, yada yada yada. But when I got over myself, and
how did you get over yourself? What does it even mean?
We don't need to. I'm just saying that's all part of the journey when you're doing life. Life is not all rose tinted glasses. That's my alarm to go pick up my auntie, which we'll do after this. But it's not all rose-tinted glasses. You have your ups and downs, but doing this and being consistent. I come out the other end feeling greatly blessed and encouraged.
In the Word. I think too, Brian, you become quite irrational, like.
Oh, we're going
and then
back.
you highlight, like, oh, I'm not, there's no 0, 5, 10, it's just 0, 10. And I'm so used to it, so I just like, well, I'll just plod along if I have to.
But here I am, day 50.
And you're here.
Worked through the issue, and we're finishing together.
The issue shouldn't really, you've got to process it. What I learnt from this chapter is that Joseph, in that chapter where Brian talked about the son of Manasseh were also brought up on Joseph's knees, that's a beautiful picture of him raising the sons, the grandsons. I just thought, because in the Amplified, you click on it and it says that literally means, when you're on your knees, submission or raising your children. And when you are raising your children, there are often times we don't think about being on our knees, being at their level, as you're raising them.
No, the kids were on his knees.
No. In Amplified, it says that means he raised them as his own. Yeah, that's beautiful when you can picture that, isn't it?
As parents, of course, there's the unconditional love for your children, but when grandchildren come along, do you find it's a different love, or do you find more intensity in love for your grandkids versus your children, or it's all the same to you?
Well, when I read that, it explains why we have a love for our grandchildren rather than our children in a different way. I guess because you're more patient, you're more persistent, you're more loving.
And you can give them back whenever you want.
Yes. So we've got our 2 grandchildren here. Oh, 3. We've got 3. Eva and Kian and Maya.
Yes, and we love, and it's Kian's birthday tomorrow.
Yeah.
So if you see this, Kian, we love you so much, and we're so very proud of the young man you're becoming. 14 or 13? 14, no? 14. 14 tomorrow.
Yeah.
So Bert, we've got something planned for him for his birthday, so that's good.
Yes. And I don't know if I've told anybody, but over the 50 days, we don't have any internet besides the internet on our phones. I cut off the internet back in October, and it mainly because the kids weren't following through with chores, which they're still
not
following through. And we're like, you know what, just cut it and use our phones. But that's been a blessing too. So when we do have the grandchildren up, it's there's got to be a reason to have your internet.
So while we're in here, they're in the sitting room performing and singing, doing some karaoke, which if the Wi-Fi was on, who knows whether they would have had that opportunity for connection.
Yeah, that's so true. We should be ready. Yeah.
We are looking at having it put back on, but that will be after discussions and making sure there are things put in place.
Yeah, because it just cannot
continue like this. Pardon me.
No, we are just not happy with the way everyone's just fobbing off their role and their jobs. But it was a beautiful chapter. What a way to finish Genesis.
And a beautiful book and a great story. It's such an encouraging story of Joseph and how he lived an amazing life. The psalmist talks about how a good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. And I'm reminded of that psalm, thinking about the life of Joseph and how through so much hardship, especially at a young age, that he was able to persist, overcome, and at the end realise how God was working through his life, especially the challenges that he faced, which led him from the pit to the palace.
Yes, and even, the fact that he embalmed his father. So there were some things that he took on. Seeing that embalming is done today, naturally. How it
preserving the body.
Preserve life, preserve a dead person or something.
And his integrity from the incident with Potiphar's wife to being given charge over all the grain and still being integral with that responsibility.
Like asking for permission for him to go take and bury his father. His father was very persistent and very this is something I want done. So there is some significance as, takeaway is where you are buried. There must be some significance to that.
Joseph held in very high regard amongst the Egyptians when he was Prime Minister. He was, as he's riding in the chariots and people were bowing before him, such was his status.
Yeah. Another visitor.
Hi, Glory. Yeah.
Hi guys, oh my gosh, Snoopy, stop please.
So it's been a great chapter.
Dad, can you call Snoopy? He's
and a great 50 days.
A great 50 days, and we've enjoyed it. Even in the journey of our life over 50 days, what can happen in your life in terms of your family dynamics and milestones as well. So it has been great, and it's gone quite quickly, 50 days.
50 days has just been, I don't know, just full on 50 days.
So our next book we're looking at doing
is
Exodus. And so it's a bit annoying. The next book, Exodus, will be quite different format. I don't know if you wanted to start that straight away tomorrow or start fresh from next week.
Tomorrow we've got to fill out a evaluation sort of thing.
Okay.
Learn about yourself. So, and what did you want to review your goals after that? And we'll do a live about covering, before we move on to Exodus.
Again, we just invite people to like the page, Sweet Honey from the Rock. Just 9 more needed. And so if you like what you're seeing, please like and share with your family. Follow, yeah. Follow and share. And we'd love to, as we continue with the next book of Exodus, we'd love to hear feedback from you with regards to your journey and your reading, what you take away from the Word, and just doing life, sharing life.
Yes,
that is great.
And this is all about mastering some routines. And why not commit a routine in that you're spending time with God any time in the day. We try and do it in the mornings as much as possible. I think if I go back in my 50 days, we've hardly missed the reading journal unless I'm working like on a Wednesday morning. And so I can see a pattern, so you'll see a pattern for yourself as well. But yeah, this has been something that we've learned to master. Hey, 50 days, that's pretty amazing.
I haven't mastered by any means, but I'm glad that I've been consistent, because a lot of times I start things with a hiss and a roar, but don't tend to finish. But then saying that, been 9 years at my current job,
and some things you do finish.
I was very, very finish, over finish. Maybe that's to compensate for other not finishing. But life's a journey, and the journey is ongoing.
Yes, it is.
So thank you so much, family. We'll be back tomorrow, and stay blessed.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Go out and change the world.
Bye.